Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this top story that we're just going to go straight into. So Shannon Sharpe, who is a big personality in America, he has been caught out. He was live, I believe, and then didn't end the live stream and then proceeded to have sex with a girl, right? Absolutely fine. It's just he didn't realize he was live whilst this was happening. So there is footage of what sounds like him and this female engaging in sexual intercourse. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Days, what the flip has this got to do with wrestling? Well, thank you, R-Truth. That's what I've got to say. Not because he was there, but because he commented on the footage as... as it was actually being streamed, right? So I want to try and paint as full a picture as possible. And obviously we can't play this because I don't think this is PG. So I need to find a way of making it PG. So I'm going to listen to it and I am going to relay what is being said in a PG style, right? I'm going to take the passion out of it so that it makes it more PG, so that we all understand what exactly has been going on, right? So here we go. Let's press play. We'll do this again. Right there. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. How's mommy feel? Goods. Goods. That seems to be the gist of it, to be honest. So, there we go. Not very long. In my opinion. So, here's R-Truth. R-Truth says, they both out of breath now. R-Truth says, oh, damn, this gonna go viral. R-Truth says, oh, shiz. She said, please. R-Truth said, hang up the phone, big unk. R-Truth said, yo, unk, that's not PG. R-Truth said, are they effing? Excuse my French. R-Truth said, he giving her that hook to her. R-Truth said, hunk grunting like an ogre. He wasn't finished though, because hours later he took to social media. Here he said, be aware that my account was hacked this morning. My team and I are working vigorously to figure this out. R-Truth. And I don't think this is connected, but I do love the idea that John Cena is also listening to this. So this is Asuka. She posted this meme. There's John Cena listening to something. Yeah, listening to something. You can see that Asuka's not impressed. Asuka seems to be quite disappointed that she doesn't have headphones. But John Cena seems to be enjoying what he's listening to. Yeah. So there we go. That is the top story. R-Truth is the talk of the wrestling world for his commentary of this absolutely hilarious situation. So is this the greatest start to an unseen ever? It has to be. It has to be. Right, so let's get to some WWE news by starting with TNA. So here we've got Jordynne Grace. She's going to be defending the Knockouts World Championship against Wendy Choo of NXT. That is happening this Friday. Jordan, thank you. Oh my God. ESPN have named the most influential people in wrestling right now. Number one is Nick Khan, right? Like, where's Ari Emanuel, by the way? Ari Emanuel, the guy that heads up TKO, right? The guy that, like, Nick Khan answers to. Like, where's him on this list? But we've got Nick Khan, right? That's fine. Nick Khan deserves... He's the CEO of WWE. Deserves his spot. Triple H, head of creative, deserves his spot. The Rock on the board for TKO. But again, if you're going to have The Rock on there, where's Ari Emanuel, right? Then we've got Tony Khan. Some people might debate that, but I think he is worthy of being within this, well, top 10. I don't know if you'd put him in the top 5, but yeah, okay, I can vibe with that. Number 5, and he didn't get a picture, Logan Paul. Logan Paul is named in the top 5 most influential people in wrestling. It can only be because of the amount of followers he's got and obviously the reach that he's got. But they list Logan at 5. And Logan said, I can't believe I'm ranked behind a part-timer, which must be The Rock, of course. So there we go. If you weren't upset, if you was looking for something to be annoyed at today, maybe this could be it. Because Logan being at 5 is just mind-blowing, to be honest. If he was that influential, then we would see a drastic increase in the viewership when he's on the show, and we don't. I don't think we see any increase in viewership. So you have to ask the question, how influential is he? So there we go. That was the top 5. Apparently. Right, Julian, it says, wow. Right, TMZ, Nikki Bella files for divorce with Artem. We knew this was coming after his domestic violence bust. So we know that she's been looking for a lawyer. She's not been wearing the wedding ring. Good for her. And that's it. Next step now, she is now filing for divorce. Roman Reigns' contract set to expire in 2025. He's expected to re-sign a new deal that would make him the highest paid WWE superstar in history. So, Mark, shout out to you. Mark again tagging me in this. TKO president Mark Shapiro says that WWE is cutting back on live events next year. Will be close to 200. So they've gone from 300 a few years ago. I think I read it was 250 this year. They're looking to go down even more to 200. They were saying that a lot of these live shows either don't make a profit or they only just make a profit. And really, these shows are done to try and grow WWE, get them into different towns, get them into different cities, and to try and grow the brand. But the brand is on fire right now. It doesn't need to grow. Well, it does, but maybe internationally. So I'm surprised in a way they're not doing more international live events, but they're looking to try and cut it down. To be honest, I think they're just trying to save money. I think it's true that these live shows don't make much money, so they're just trying to cut them down. But they could do more internationally. That is a good point that I just made. Dave, shout out to you. So yeah, I didn't really think much of this, to be honest, because we know that Wyatt 6 with the 6 at the end is on the logo, it's on the merch. But I think Dave makes a good point, because if you do go to WWE Shop, they actually write it 6 with an S, which is where I got it from, which is why the videos we put out have got the S at the end. But on the merch, it is a 6. So I think it probably is a 6. I think that WWE Shop, their description, they went with an S. But 6 is probably the correct way of doing it. So I don't think this is anything different. I don't think anything has changed, but just a little bit of clarity to how the name is spelt. It's Bryn again, said MVP questioned why Bobby Lashley wasn't placed into Brock's spot. If you lost Brock, why wouldn't you stick Bobby in that spot? Bobby is the Black Brock. Why wouldn't you use Bobby in that position? So MVP's been doing a lot of this. He's been asking a lot of these kinds of questions that you do just wonder if there is a bit of an undertone to them. You know, people have kind of accused him of suggesting that there's racism currently in WWE. And he's responded by saying, I never said anyone was racist. I never said that. But there's definitely things that he is putting out there that implies it. I don't think he's wrong to do that, though. I don't think he's, like, you know, I don't think that's something that he is wrong to do, because I think that this is something that is worth considering. Like, why wasn't Bobby put into that Brock position? Some people might think it is to do with race. Some people might think they just decided to go in a different direction, you know, and that they didn't need Brock to be kind of in that top position anymore. And actually, thinking about it, the rumor was it was going to be Brock versus Gunther at WrestleMania this year. So that would mean that Brock would be around the IC title. He wouldn't be at the top of the card like he was a few years ago. He would be kind of feuding with Gunther around that Intercontinental Championship. So I don't know what the Brock position would look like in 2024, to be honest. So he also came out with another quote as well. This isn't an isolated one. He also said, if you can't make money with Omos, you're an idiot. And he went off about how, like, Omos should be getting treated better as well. Again, you know, do you think there's something to that? Or do you think that he's just a bit bitter with the way that his return to WWE played out? So, interesting. Thought I'd put it in there. Right, this one bugs me, and it shouldn't, because I really don't like the bracelet, as people know. I think this has been a bad choice to feud over, right? Mainly because I understand, I've had people getting in touch with me saying, no, you don't get it. It meant a lot to CM Punk, and that's why it gave their story, like, depth. My counter to that is, he got given it by a fan, like, a few months ago. This is not an item that he has treasured for a long, long time. I think if you wanted to do this story, then he should have wore this for, like, 12 months and spoken about, like, how it means a lot to him, and how the person that gave it to him, like, confided some stuff that, like, meant a lot and was quite personal. And, you know, this is, all right, a 50-cent bracelet, but it means a lot. Had we have done that work all year and then used it, I would agree. But the fact that he only received it, like, I think it was earlier this year, and the fact that it is literally a 50-cent bracelet which could easily get remade, I just think it was the wrong item to kind of tell this story with. But they did tell that story, and then they released it, and then they pulled it, and now it's back again. Now it's back again, but only now it says CM Punk rather than AJ and Larry, and that's annoyed me now. I can't win with this bracelet. I can't flip him win. The reason it's annoyed me is because I don't like the bracelet. I'm never going to buy the bracelet, but if you did like the bracelet, if you enjoyed the bracelet being fought over, surely you're going to want one that says AJ and Larry, just like you saw on TV. That's going to be what you want. If you buy a replica belt, you're going to want a replica belt that looks like the one that's on TV. If you're going to buy a t-shirt, you're going to want it to look like the one that your favorite superstar wears on TV, right? So the fact it no longer says AJ and Larry, in my mind, just makes this irrelevant. This is just now a friendship bracelet, which looks a bit similar, like the one they used on TV, rather than being identical, which in my mind it should be. And the person that created it came out with a message the other day where she said, if they had have asked me my opinion, I would have told them to change it to CM Punk. And I just think if they've changed it for that reason, I think that is such a shame, because there are fans out there that will have enjoyed this, that will want to own this bracelet, and like an official one from WWE. I mean, you can always say make your own, which is a fair comment. But yeah, I think like it should be the one that's on TV. I don't know why we would deny the fans that. I feel like they should have a replica of what we've all had to flipping suffer it for months and months and months. Perhaps it turns out that it was Punk that wanted it to be changed. He didn't feel comfortable having like AJ on there. He must be fine with Larry though, because there's other merch. But yeah, it's just funny how this bracelet never ceases to wind me up. Whatever happens with it. It's my kryptonite. This is my kryptonite. Everything about this bracelet is just my kryptonite. So rant over. I already went way too over than I should have. But let's talk about some proper serious stuff, shall we? And that is this. So Zelina, obviously, God, this is just so hard. So here she is talking about how grateful she is, those that reached out. Obviously, today is the anniversary of 9/11. She said from making signs like this, which really looks like a sign where she's looking for her dad. So Michael Trinidad, his height, last seen Tower 1, the 103rd floor. please call. He's got no tattoos and no scars. Picture of, I'm guessing, her and her dad. From making signs like that to having fans make signs like this. I mean, oh my God. Forget what I said about the bracelet. It doesn't matter, does it? I mean, this is just... And I wanted to include this as well because Billy was like, please put this in. I really want Zelina to see it. And I can tell you that she has already. Billy got in touch to say that she had seen this. So just a message from Billy, who's a big Zelina fan. And, you know, this is just so heartwarming. I mean... So, yes, there we go. Let's go fun, shall we? So, a Batista throwback pit. Look how straight that is. Did he get a flipping one of them things? Spirit level. That's what I was looking for. So, still jacked. But look how straight that hair is, man. You could put a pint on that. It could be a table. Amazing. Oh, look at this. Wrestling Figure News Source said Extreme sets for Hasbro and Retros. It's amazing, man. This looks so good. Look at this. So they've made this. I don't know who it's from. It's from extremesets.com. And look, you can put your retro ring in. And look at all this. Look at it all. Oh, my God, it's amazing. So good. And then you can have that for, like, all your figures. It works for Retros and Hasbros. I don't think it's big enough for, like, the Mattel big proper figures. It's more for the old school ones, but, oh, God. I don't know how big it is. I don't know if you could put that in a cupboard or something, but if you could, it would look incredible. So, apparently already sold out, according to this, which I can believe. That is the one for me. Oh, amazing. Amazing. So, love that. Love that. Yeah, look at this. Dave, shout out to you. So, apparently we've got Liv. Pop. Pop. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Picture here of Shawn with Jordynne Grace backstage. Jordynne, thank you. And here is Sheamus with Butch. Or Scrappy Doo. He doesn't look like Scrappy, actually. He looks more like Scooby there in my mind. Don't call me Butch. Sheamus said, okay, who did this? So it's pretty fun trolling work there by Sheamus. Then if we go into just a couple of bits in here. So here, look, this rare WrestleMania 10 shirt with the Twin Towers on it. So there's the Twin Towers on this rare WrestleMania 10 shirt. Wow, I wonder how much that goes for. These old retro shirts that certainly would have something iconic like WrestleMania 10, iconic, but also the Twin Towers on makes it more iconic. I wonder how much that would sell for. Amazing. AJ says, talks about the Drew rivalry. She said, I mean this in the most loving way. I've no idea what's going on. I'm sort of on the periphery, and I get kind of looped in mostly for the women's stuff because that's what I'm interested in. I know that my dog is famous now. She said he's got some new merch coming. I hope it wasn't that bracelet because they've changed it. But she speaks about how her dog is famous now. And she also says that she gets filled in about what chicks are hot right now. And she says that Bailey and Naomi are her girls. So that's what AJ Lee was saying. Miss Clown said, apparently this was an unused promo poster for Bad Blood 97. It's a bit savage, isn't it? Look at these. I mean, they're just obviously very fake faces. Some of them are awful. Apparently that's Brett. And I'm guessing, yeah, look, Shawn. I mean, that's Sid, and that's Mankind, and that's Goldust, but these two are awful. So maybe that's perhaps the fact it was so like. I mean, at least he's smiling. That's nice. But yeah, apparently unused poster for Bad Blood 97. I don't think I've seen this. I really don't remember ever seeing this before. So, Miss Clown, thank you. And yeah, I've been tagged in this a few times. So, Alan Cheapshot just sharing a fun fact that Wacky and Wilds created the very first Ring of Honor logo and tagline in 2002 at the age of just 15. So Chris Van Vliet asked, what's the best fact that you know? And Alan Cheapshot responded that apparently he had created that. We don't imitate, we innovate Ring of Honor. So Wrestle Knight says, interesting, and I agree. It is. There we go. So that was today's Unseen. Pretty wild stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, appreciate it. We will be back with another episode tomorrow, of course, for the members. We've got a member stream on a Thursday, so we'll be doing that. And we'll be back on Friday with our next SmackDown live stream. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.